Hello and welcome to the Pickup WNBA podcast. I'm your host, Cathryn Niker.
And I'm your other host, Freddie Rivas. Talk to me. What's good? How's everybody doing? Check us out on all of our social media accounts at the Pickup WNBA, TikTok, Insta, YouTube, also Spotify and Apple. Those are biggies. Find us on all of your local pod players. And if you see one of your local pod players in the wild, give them a hug. Just kidding. You can't do that. They're just a digital website. I came in hot, and I always do.
You for anyone who's watching on YouTube, you'll see this, but Freddie literally whipped his head around like he was like Jim Carrey in The Mask. Like you had like a somebody stop me moment. It was insane. So when he says he's coming in hot, he's for real. And you know, I've been saying this at the end of every episode, but I should be saying this at the top of every episode, and that is the media access for this pod is alive and well. We have been at the games, at the Tempo games as media. We're getting really fun clips pre-game, post-game with players, with the coach, with Sandy. We even got one with Bridget Carlton when the Portland Fire were in town. So we do have the occasional away player access as well. And we've been getting like a lot of really fun social media content that is exclusive to our social media. So even more reasons to follow us there.
Yeah. More reasons.
That Kia Nurse clip was cool.
Hey, we had a nice big clip. Did well. Okay, you know, little bit of a look behind the curtains here. Cathryn's always like, man, you know, social media ain't my thing, which is also a healthy way to live life. However, this is the Cathryn Niker clip, and it's easily the biggest and bestest clip. So perhaps a reframe is needed. I will also say it's really fun getting to ask players questions. I'm doing my stumbly neurotic thing, but I feel like I'm leaning into basketball. It's awesome. Cathryn's asking about book clubs, and it's really just, it's fun. You know, we got to cover the game together, the Portland game that the Tempo lost, and you know, shout out to Portland. But yeah, the Canadian Bridget Carlton, we were like one of four people who were hanging out asking her questions, and it's fun having this. It's also been cool, I think, right, Cathryn, for me and you to be, you know, for this to be a part of our arc. Like, I made a post that was just said, you know, 5 years in the making, and even though sorry, I wrote 4 years in the making. I asked Cathryn, is it 5 years? And she said yes. And I still posted 4 years.
It's okay. We've been together long enough that we don't remember the anniversary. You know, that's where we're at.
Right. All this to say, we love it. We're fans first. If you got questions or ideas or anything that you want us to like say or go for, let us know, because if it's convenient, it makes sense, we'll try. Because when, you know, in the media landscape, we kind of don't belong to anyone. We don't. We're independent. So
we're independent. Yeah,
we can go for it.
Also too, like sometimes like we'll get to have like some spontaneous moments that lead to things that are really cool. Like I got to ask Kiki Rice if everyone reads the book in the Tempo book club. But then also, like, when you and I were talking to Bridget Carlton, I was like, have you had a Portlandia moment yet? And she was like, actually, I haven't watched Portlandia yet. And then she was like, is that bad? And I'm like, it's okay. And then she's like, you probably should watch it, huh? And I'm like, it's good, like it's a fun show. Yeah. But you know, like
also one of those moments like, we're older than you, so no worries.
Yeah, it's very like, oh yeah, millennials are old now kind of moment. But you know, Portlandia was an iconic sketch show. It's not like, it's not totally nothing. Yeah, I have to realize that a lot of my references will be dated going forward.
Did you have any Wu wear from the Wu-Tang Clan? Pardon me, old man?
Did you take like a sharp knife and like etch it into your desk at school, the Wu-Tang symbol?
Did you see MC Hammer and oh god, I was gonna say Ace Ventura, Vanilla Ice? Did you see MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice live together in concert?
Did you?
I didn't, but my older brothers did, and it's a
Whoa. That's hilarious. I didn't even know they toured together.
oh, they did, baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's people like Fast and Furious on Google trying to figure out who these people are.
Yeah, if you are, younger than us,
Listen,
I'm
I
so sorry.
asked Bridget Carlton about a show that was on the air 10 years ago, and maybe she was a teenager then, and that's on me. But
Yeah, that is.
anyway, all right,
Here
but
we are.
stuff I say that to say stuff like that.
Yes.
So message us at the pickup WNBA pod, Insta, TikTok, YouTube. Let us know if you've got questions for a team that's coming into Toronto or for the tempo, obviously, and we'll do what we can.
Yeah. Yes,
All
we
right.
will.
So today we decided to look at the league and do early rookie
Mhm.
report cards. This is a very fun, very I almost said dense, which isn't the right word, but like a heavy draft class, right? A very
Mhm.
talented draft class.
Yes.
So we thought it'd be fun to take a look at early reportings and see, who we're giving maybe an A plus to. I don't know how far we're gonna do with the grading analogy, but I thought, okay, rookie, early grades, let's go. Obviously Olivia Miles is really like having a historic season so far. Um 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5.5 assists per game is just unreal for a rookie. Like we can't do this conversation without starting with Olivia Miles.
First and foremost, yeah, she's having a runaway campaign. It's so early, so that's not fair to say. And you know what? Let me just actually retract that a little bit.
Oh,
It's not a runaway campaign, but it is a she is very much first in the rookie of the year category, and whoever is second is not super duper close, but it's not like we're 25 games in and it's done and settled. Oh, there's so much of the season to happen, and I think there's a lot of promising rookies and there's a lot of contenders for this. And it's an open field, but she definitely got out to the lead and is running hard. I'll also add just in the stat category, a steal and a half a game, almost a block, and she is the only rookie who is averaging over 30 minutes a game.
mhm,
So just as far as like, hey, like this, your coach is Cheryl Reeve, right?
mhm,
This is someone who's putting a lot of belief in you, and you play for the Lynx. So this is a big deal that the Lynx got Olivia Miles, and she's thriving so quickly.
mhm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no doubt this is an A plus season from Olivia Miles so far. Curious to see if any of these numbers will dip once Nafisa Collier starts playing with the team, but to be a rookie and like you said, lead a Cheryl Reeve team like this is absolutely wild. Like I remember saying the second she was drafted to Minnesota, I was like, she's gonna be with Cheryl Reeve. That's gonna be amazing.
Mhm.
And all of that has lived up to the hype so far.
I wanted
Um,
to sorry
yeah,
if I
go
could
ahead.
just jump in. I want to find this quickly because Jordan Robinson, who a lot of people know as a podcaster, a big WNBA personality, she's done power rankings for WNBA.com. She wrote a Guardian article. We're recording on the 27th. She wrote this today. This will come out on the 28th. And it's just kind of rookie roll call, how Olivia Miles, Azzi Fudd, and Alwa Pham are adapting to the WNBA. And we were talking about this before the podcast, Cathryn, so I wanted to say it. this is a fun little whoa. Okay, how good is Olivia Miles moment? So Olivia Miles, through her first games, Miles is the 5th player in WNBA history to average 15 points and 5 assists. She joins Candace Parker, Sue Bird, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu.
I mean,
there you go. That, I think,
says
that
it
is
all.
why that's why we need to lead this convo with Olivia Miles. I will also say Jordan Robinson says this, that like she just like looks like she's having so much fun. She's so flashy. Like in the game where the Lynx beat the hell out of the tempo, she was just like, it was just like street ball magic out there. She was still like, it was delicious.
Yeah, she's so fun to watch. Was she still was it Olivia Miles that I was like, hold on 1 second. Yeah, sometimes Olivia will do these like one hand. I'm just gonna call it like a one-handed whip. And like it reminds me of Jalen Brunson, like just this one-handed, like big whoosh of a pass. And I don't know why I love that. I'm just a big nerd for that, but I absolutely love that pass amongst many other things that she does is very flashy. I think, we were talking about Chelsea Gray being her comp, which is like, I think just in terms of her style, it seems to be true. But this is so early in her career. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Freddie, do you want to talk about Azzi Fudd next?
Sure. But I think,
Ooh.
you know what? Let's do it. Let's talk about Azzi Fudd because I feel like I'll follow your agenda and I'm going to pop in with it with my sort of like surprise-ish take.
You can go. No, go ahead. Do your surprise take.
Okay, I will, because Azzi deserves to be talked about. But when I started looking over some of these numbers and kind of like digging into that question I'm asking myself, like, is Olivia Miles like a runaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
A name came up that I think people know about. She's already, getting in a lot of people's faces. Marina Mabrey had her first crash out against her. Ivana Nogic is doing shit. She is really. This happens in other sports, and I think it's a tough conversation when you think about rookies because she's 28. She just has not played in the W yet, but she's right behind Olivia as the leading scorer for all rookies. So 14.7 points, and she is absolutely bombing threes. So she's the leader for threes among rookies, and she's hit 23 so far in 7 games, and she's shooting 51% from the 3-point line.
Whew, huge.
So, and it's funny because if you see any game that she's a part of, she's in the mix. And when I say in the mix, like she's like pissing people off. And she also has this like really, I don't know how to describe it, but really obnoxious smile. Like it's that she just is like she is like enjoying making others angry. And she's really good. And I feel like these type of players, they're not, they're hard because they're not really a rookie in a sense, because like nothing about, she's such a seasoned basketball player, but she is rookie eligible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, it's just fascinating to me. So but her stat line is also 25 points a game, or 25 minutes a game, sorry. 15 points a game, a rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. And yeah, so I just wanted to throw her name out there as someone to watch because very fascinating to me.
Yeah, she gets an A so
An
far.
A. That's good.
An A.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Fudd to start off
Yeah.
the season is averaging 11 points a game. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. 43% from 3. I feel she plays slightly less minutes. How much is the minutes per game here? Sorry. 23 minutes per game.
Yeah.
Not nothing. I
Coming off the
feel
bench still.
coming off the bench, which I think people were surprised by.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have like a lot of talented guards.
Yep.
I'm kind of getting like B plus vibes from AZ so far, I would say.
I think B plus is a perfect rating for her. I do think that what we just saw last game with her going on that absolute heater and breaking the rookie record for threes in a quarter, that's what people were expecting. She went 6 for 12
Yeah.
from three against the Liberty. It was explosive. They beat the Liberty. By the way, that's just that's kind of a thing, by the way. The Liberty are losing games. But yeah, the anyways, that's the AZ that is gonna give Miles a run for this. Like if she's in the mix. So that this is game 6, but other than that, I sort of a slow start, right? 8 points, 12 points, 12 points, 7 points, 24 points. So really sort of showed out that last game. But I agree. I think B plus is good. If that last game didn't happen, she would be a C for me. But that last game was big.
Yeah. And again, early, grading here.
Yeah.
So a lot can happen. I feel like somebody who's getting a lot of opportunity, maybe not the most efficient game, but again, a lot of opportunity. We should talk about Flau'jae Johnson, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Flau'jae is averaging 12 and a half points a game, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 1.6 blocks per game. I really love watching Flau'jae play. I think the downside is possible, which we talked about this being a thing with her before, is the volume, right? So like she's 30% from 3, field goal percentage is 32%. So I feel like, the efficiency you want to see get higher, but she is getting a lot of reps, and I think that's like really good for a rookie to have as well.
Yeah, Flau'jae's doing good, playing for Seattle. Seattle's in a rough spot, and I think
They're rebuilding. I don't think anyone had like expectations of Seattle.
So I think it's going to be hard to see efficiency from her, but we'll see as the season goes on, like how much of the load she can take. But yeah, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists is nice. So I'm going to give her a B plus as well.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I like a B plus for her. Your girl Awafam has only had 1 game so far. She just debuted. 20 minutes, 10 points, 2 rebounds, no assist, 1 steal, in 20 minutes. We still need time for Awa to cook, but nice to see that she's playing. Anybody
But
else? Oh, sorry. Go
also
ahead.
you just won a championship with Valencia. So for me, as a debut, coming in at A minus.
Okay, nice.
Because it's 1 game, but it was a good game, So it's a nice debut.
I agree.
The only other person, sorry, there's 2 people I want to throw in here.
Please.
Well, sorry, 3. So we saw her play in the opener. But Georgia Amor is really fun to watch, and I think I just want to throw her in the category of interesting because she was injured all last year and doesn't fit that typical rookie mold because she was supposed to be a rookie last year. Don't even have a grade. Just wanted to say that. But the other person, 5th overall, playing for a winner, Gabriel Jaquez.
Yes.
A lot of people know her as also has a famous brother in the NBA, plays for the Miami Heat. But nice looking stat line. Or averages, 11 and a half points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and is second in the league among rookies for minutes averaged and Chicago's doing good, right? So
Mhm.
that means like you're playing with a winner. So she's 28.3 minutes a game. And the last person I'm going to say, and I think we're doing a good job so far of not being homers, but Kiki Rice
Yeah.
deserves some love rookie
Yes.
wise. She's doing great. 12.4 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, because we follow the team so closely. Those numbers have really just gone up consistently. And really, once she started, like her starting numbers have been really nice.
Yeah, I
So
think, like, as a
yeah,
rookie to, start coming off the bench and then earn a place in the starting lineup this early in the season. I mean, yes, there's injuries involved, but still, like, Sandy Brondello is trusting her, and it feels right now like she's going to retain that starting position. So, that's not nothing for your first, not even full month as a rookie.
yeah. Here's her games as a starter: 11 points, 19 points, 15 points, 11 points, 19 points.
Huge.
And yeah, like 5 assists, or sorry, 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 5
Not
rebounds.
counting, tonight's game against Chicago, just
Yes,
FYI. We
yes,
record this Wednesday evening, so obviously there are some games happening as we record, but
yeah.
that is life in the basketball world.
And
Um,
I think that's it for the rookies.
I think that's it for the rookies. Yes, well done. Well done. Good grades, to those we mentioned. Okay, Freddie, now we're going to talk about our favorite moment of the season so far.
Yeah. So something I just really really enjoyed was this. I didn't enjoy Portland beating the Tempo, but I really enjoyed uh, this Portland Liberty game, this Fire Liberty game. It was really exciting. I kind of alluded to this, but the Liberty, Sabrina is not really like healthy and is kind of
Yeah,
struggling
neither
here.
is Satu.
Yeah, well, Satu came back and then actually left with an illness,
Yeah, yeah.
but also like New York's stacked and like there's just it was like Marina Johannes is like such an exciting player to watch. It's insane. She just
Mhm.
puts up the wildest prayer shots and they go in and it's awesome. And Portland is I was talking to a friend and they were just kind of saying like in regards to the tempo loss, like this is a professional basketball organization. And because I joked with when we were at the game, I joked with the Chelsea Late, who's a friend of ours with TSN, and she was sort of like, yeah, like you kind of want the Tempo to win this game, considering Portland's like sort of as a tanking roster, which was a funny way to put it. But I think the Tempo tried to be competitive right away, and I don't really think Portland built a win now roster. However, they're turning people over and they're making shit happen, and this is the kind of loss that the Liberty is going to be frustrated later on. But yeah, you can't really knock Portland because they're out here and they're making shit happen and they're winning games. And this was a 2-point game, huge comeback,
Mhm.
14 lead changes and 8 ties. So that's good. That's good ball.
Yeah, I love that. Uh, my favorite moment of the season so far actually, it happened the other night. The Dream were playing against the Mercury,
Hmm.
and, uh Angel Reese had a really hard foul on, Mercury player, their center, Kiara Litkins, and it was a flagrant foul. And, Angel, like, she owned it, and she
Hmm.
went up to Alyssa Thomas,
Yeah,
and she said, "I learned that from you. I learned that from you."
so good.
With,
Angel's
like,
so good.
really deadpan,
Yeah.
like, really, really deadpan, like, "I learned that from you." And Alyssa Thomas, like, couldn't help but smile and laugh, and it seemed like it was all love between the 2 of them. But one thing I forgot was that Alyssa Thomas, almost identical play, like at the foul
Yeah.
line, trying to get the rebound, fouled Angel Reese so hard in her rookie season.
Oh, and it
And
happened
it was,
twice in that game.
yeah. And so it was like a huge, like, kind of like callback moment for her.
Huge
And I was
callback.
like, God, that's incredible.
Angel is if you're an Angel fan, this is a wonderful season. Like Dream are number 1 in the league right now. Angel's such a compliment to the roster. Smesco ball, like shit's happening. Dreamer doing stuff. They look like a contender, and Angel is awesome and is a winner, and yeah, it's a good situation.
Okay, Freddie, now it is time for our badass player of the week.
Badass player of the week. Here we go. I was kind of torn. Could have been a couple different players. For me, it was between Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. But I think I'm gonna go with Caitlin Clark. Me, my main criteria is always who's out here winning games, and the Fever are on a 3-game winning streak. Things are looking pretty nice. But specifically during the streak, and by the way, like really, Aaliyah Boston is killing it. They're both like averaging like in the 20s. I think Aaliyah Boston's like 23 points a game, 12 rebounds. But check this out for Caitlin. So the only people ahead of her in this period are Asia Wilson and Kelsey Plum. Caitlin is 25 points. She is 4 for 10 for threes, so 43% from the 3-point line, and that's high volume shooting. So that just like really, really impacts the game. And then she's back to leading the league in assists. So 9.7 assists. And for the people who are like 5 turnovers, it's like, yeah, but that's just sort of something you got to live with Caitlin. She turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of risks. But also in this period, a steal and a block, and yeah, just pretty aggressive offensive basketball. I think really, really excited to see her not injured, playing meaningful basketball. The Fever we were just talking about this with the Dream. I think the Fever are part of that like new contender territory. Like I think the Dream
we get our Fever Dream playoff series?
it would be great. Also, I also want to shout out Kelsey Mitchell, killing it. Like their big three is nasty.
Yeah. Absolutely. And based on your rule of doing a different player every week, I'm sure Kelsey Mitchell is going to come up sooner than later.
Aaliyah Boston as well. We'll get her moment.
I'm gonna go with somebody who might start entering the underrated category of like great players in this league, and that is Ryan Howard. So
not for me.
Not for you. You've always been team Ryan Howard. We always know what's up. We always know what's up. I just mean in terms of like, a bigger conversation. But Ryan Howard, the Dream also winning at the moment, over this last week has averaged 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. And all of that's only on 1 turnover per game. Like I just think that is so awesome. And I'm really loving the Dream season this year. Angel Reese gets a lot of attention, as she should. But they're, talk about big threes between, Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. They're coming, man.
Yeah. They're nice.
Yeah. All right, Freddie, I think it's time for a fun question.
Freddie's fun question. Do. So yes, a media member called Shakira Austin Shaq this week. That's a short form, which she
She
did not
no,
like.
no.
The look is great. Check it out. Nice clip. Cathryn, have you ever had a nickname or short form that you didn't like or you wish would go away?
So I got two answers for this. So one is okay. So obviously, as my name being Cathryn, I have never liked being called Kathy.
Okay.
Shout out to your mom, Kathy Rivas.
Yeah, don't disrespect.
Who we love. No, we're not. We would never do such a thing. But I personally have I've personally never resonated with being a Kathy. And whenever somebody just tries to throw it out there, I'm always jarred, like they're calling me the wrong name.
Right.
You know, I'm always just like, blah. And then in terms of like, at least in this situation, it's like normal. It's not like they called me Rin and I'm like, what?
Rin's out of control.
You know what I mean? But
if
anyway,
someone called you Rin,
but
arrest them.
But like Shakira Austin's name, it's like, isn't it Kira? Like, where did Shaq come from? Anyway, and then nicknames. I don't think this is a nickname per se. I mean, and this was just like borderline bullying when I was like in grade 4. These are the stories we love in the FFQ, right? This is what we live for. I had like a 4-month stretch where I was called Cabbage Patch.
That's good.
And
also, that's even older than millennial.
That's older than millennial. So if you don't know, Cabbage Patch was a type of doll, and they had very round faces and very curly hair. And I think the storyline with them is that they were all like adopted. Like when you bought a Cabbage Patch, you like adopted it had like this whole like rando theme to it. Although the adoption part had nothing to do with the nickname. Bad. I think it was just like I had a really round face and curly hair. And then I was called Cabbage Patch. And then somebody tried to tell me that my name sounds like Cabbage Patch. And I was like, Cathryn does not sound like cabbage. Like, you're an idiot.
Cathryn Patch. Nah.
Cathryn Patch. And then, so that lasted like a solid 4 months. And then I had to be like, guys, like, this is getting kind of old. And then the grade 4 class eventually dropped it. They got over it.
Thank you, grade 4 class.
Thank you. Yeah. If they kept going, maybe it would have cost me more therapy, but fortunately it hasn't. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, me, short form. This may come as a surprise. Fred. Don't like it.
Your name is a short form already. Like Freddie is a short form.
Right? It works. It's all good. Freddie's fine. Don't worry about it. Fred. Now, the odd person has called me Fred, and I've always, by the way, this is a new thing for me. I got a
You're using your pen as a pointer ever since I said Kathy Rivas.
You know what I mean? And it feels like now I feel like I'm like, if you're checking on YouTube, I'm doing like Art Attack, like, you know what I mean? Like, but
another old reference, no?
Yeah, we are old as fuck. But
Freddie's about to turn 40, everyone, if you're wondering why he keeps talking about us being old.
Yeah, feels great. I'm ready.
I'm over it.
Art Attack. Wait, that's not what I was talking about.
You're talking about Fred, being called Fred.
Thank you. Yes. Fred to me is always, I've always felt like old man Fred's out in his underwear again. Like, it's like Fred's like this like old sort of, by the way, we're not being ageist, but I'm just saying it's
if we're being ageist, we're discriminating against ourselves.
It's from a different time I don't relate to. Okay. Now, nicknames I don't like. Like for the longest time, I was called Shredded Six Pack because I was so ripped. And I think
shut the fuck up.
I knew I'd get you with that one. No, like also like I never liked Chin Up Master because I used to be like the Guinness Book World Records Chin Up Master, and so that sucked too. Ultimate Yogi because I was the best yoga guy. That sucked.
Okay.
No, This is fun. When I was in, I think it's like grade 4 as well. There was a time where when I first started going to French immersion school, I was called Fredna.
No, what?
And yeah, Fredna by all the girls. And it was sort of like a thing where it was like that age level of flirting. And they're
What?
like, Fredna. Like that was like whatever. And
What the
and I was
hell?
like, stop calling me Fredna. And then at one point, one girl was like, he doesn't like it. And they all stopped, which is wonderful. But then immediately after, I was like, shit, I wanted them to call me Fredna. So yeah, that's my story there, Fredna.
Wow, but they were all trying to flirt with you think?
I think so.
Hmm.
But it's a grade 4 flirt. It's like
Yeah.
it's also like you're playing tag too. You know what I mean? It's like
I gotta tell you, I don't think anyone was trying to flirt with me when they called me Cabbage Patch in
you
grade
never
4.
know. You
I
never know.
don't think
Yo, that Cabbage Patch girl's so hot. Round
No,
face, orphan.
absolutely not. Round face orphan.
Yo, you see that girl? Round face, curly hair, orphan. What? Oh, that's a Cabbage Patch.
No one was flirting with me when they called me that. Let's leave it there. This got properly silly and goofy.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, everybody, thank you again so much for listening and tuning in. Freddie and I were talking about how we're having some of the biggest numbers we've ever had, and that's all thanks to you. We appreciate you so much. If you're new to the show, welcome. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're here. Tempo check is going to come out on Friday, so look out for that, and we will catch you next time.
Okay, see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.